Good morning. Welcome to Cuppa Yoga, where we have a cuppa and we do yoga. All you need is a chair that you can sit up straight in and be close to a table so you can put your cup of tea down there. This is a really gentle practice for the seniors, for the stressed, and for the silly. And if you feel you need to, call your doctor or call the district nurse and say, I'm doing yoga. You can tell them that this is a gentle practice. We won't be going upside down. We won't be doing anything strenuous. What this practice is creating shapes and moving into poses that make us feel strong, or make us feel like we're stretching, or make us feel good. If there's anything painful or uncomfortable or it makes your face screw up, just don't do it. Now we're doing this practice in a chair next to our cuppa, but if you're in an easy chair, you know what, like a big armchair with a footrest, or if you're in bed and propped up with pillows, there are some things in here you can do, and I will do a couple of episodes just for you. In the meantime, take a sip of your tea. If you don't have your tea yet, press pause, go make yourself a cuppa, and then come on back and join us. So let's start. And before you roll your eyes at me, let me just say, this is going to be easy, it's going to be fun, and chances are that when you're done, no matter where you are on the happiness, stress spectrum, no matter where you are in there, you're probably going to feel a little bit better. So sit in your chair, sit taller than you've sat all day. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and then lower them down. Do that again with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. One more time. Inhale up and exhale down. And then bring your awareness down to your feet. Press your big toes into the ground. Now, really press them into the ground. Imagine there's a button underneath each big toe and you're pressing the button. Now notice what happens in your leg. Maybe press, release a couple of times so that you can notice the difference in your legs when you press and when you let go. Okay, good. Now, press your heels into the ground. Now when you really press your heels into the ground, your torso kind of sits up a little taller. And do that. Press your heels into the ground and hold there. Notice your muscles. Notice what's happening in your legs. Feels a little bit different than when you just press your toe into the ground. And then release that down. Now sometimes I'm going to say press and push your feet into the ground. And that just means bring some of that energy that you just felt into your legs. You do that by pressing your feet down, which is kind of hard, but if you press down and push forward without your feet sliding, you start to feel some energy and work in your legs. So do that now. Press and push your feet into the ground. There you go. Notice what's going on down there. Bring your hands to meet in front of your heart center. If this strains your shoulders or your wrists, then you can just do fingertips. And if this still doesn't appeal to you, you can interlace your fingers. But bring some energy into the fingers. So my fingers here are squeezing. My fingertips here are pressing. My palms are pressing into each other. So there you are. You've got some work in your legs and your arms. Hold that and breathe here. Do another one. And then release your arms down. Take another sip of your tea. As we go through this practice, there'll be some things that don't work for your body, and your body is the final authority on what you do. For example, if I say reach your arm out to the side, well, that's great if you can reach your arm out to the side. But if your shoulder's bothering you today, then maybe this isn't going to work for you. All you have to do, press your thumb and your index finger together, and then begin to move your arms out to the side. Boom. Maybe this is what you do today. That's pretty good. Keep those fingers pressed together. That activates the muscles, so it helps you decide whether you've gone too far or not far enough. Same thing if I say bring your arms up overhead. Now some of you are happy, peppy and bursting with love, so your arms are going to fly right up there. But if your shoulder's bothering you, like mine is a little bit today, same thing. Thumb and index finger. And then I just reach my arms forward and begin to bring them up until, right, this is perfect for me today. Same rules apply for your torso and your legs. If you haven't already, put your cup of tea back down. Sit tall again. And draw your shoulders back a little. It's as if you're sticking your chest out some more. Draw the shoulder blades together. Your heart lifts. There we go. With that, press your big toes into the ground. And then connect your hands, just like we did a little bit ago. Find whichever works for you today. Now, if your heart's up, your fingers are working and your toes are working, tip a little to your right, and then tip a little to your left. Always start small. You can always make the movement longer or bigger or deeper, but always start small. And then pause in the middle. Release the hands down, release the legs. Now you're going to walk your legs away from each other. You can heel toe like this, or if you're not feeling very coordinated today, just lift one leg and put it out, and then the other leg. My legs don't go very far. I'm waiting for a hip replacement surgery, so this is about it for me. Some of you will go wider, and some of you, if you're particularly stiff this morning, it might be different tomorrow. Maybe this is as far as you go, and that's just fine. Press your toes into the ground, and then lift your heels off the ground. So now it's easier to press and push your toes, right? Heart lifts. And this time, index finger and thumb press into each other. And notice how far out your arms move. Maybe you go all the way. Maybe you draw back in. Maybe this is perfect for you today. And breathe. Release your hands down, release your heels down. Bring your feet back together. Turn to look at your cup of tea, and then turn away. And then turn to look at your cup of tea, and then turn away. And turn to look at your cup of tea, and turn away. Do a couple more times. And then come into the middle. Hands on the thighs. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, round your shoulders. Inhale up and round. Now if you're in an armchair or in the bed, you can lift your heart up or even press the shoulders into the pillow. And then bring the shoulders forward and press the upper back into the pillow. So it's the same movement. Might look a little different from the outside. And keep going. This is my speed today. Maybe you're moving faster, maybe you're moving slower. Figuring that out is all about paying attention to what your body needs right now, in this moment. Keep going. You might be hearing my voice talking in the other room. 5 of us are back living in this house for the time being. The joy of quarantine. Come to stillness in the middle, and then have a cuppa. So yoga isn't just about doing headstands and making crazy fancy shapes, which is beautiful to watch, but if you're like me and you just can't do it, I mean, I have arthritis in my hips. It's just not happening. I'm just not going to look like the people on the cover of Yoga magazine. But there's so much we can do. And so many of these shapes, when we really pay attention to what's going on in our body, it really helps the level of tension in our body. Sometimes it helps with the pain in our body, and it encourages some flexibility. All good stuff. Yoga truly is for everyone, especially people that like a cup of tea. Sit tall, press the big toes into the ground again, or press and push your feet if you want a little more work in the legs, and drop your chin to your chest. You can do this in an armchair or a bed too. And if you're wondering what to do with your feet, press the calves into the pillow underneath your legs or into the footrest. And then bring your head center. Keep that energy in the legs. Drop the head again. You can move it a little to the side and then the other side. Keep the movement small for now. And then lift your head center and relax the legs. Bring one ear to one shoulder and center, and then the other ear to the other shoulder. Do this a couple of times. And then the next time you come to the center, see how small you can make that movement and still have something happen in your neck. Like maybe move your ear a millimeter to your shoulder and center. A millimeter to the other shoulder and center. It's kind of making me frown when I do it, trying to keep it teeny tiny. And then back, other side. Come to stillness. Put one hand on your heart, or you can put a hand on your tummy. Put the other hand over it. Close your eyes for a second. And notice how your body feels right now. Notice how your toes and your feet feel. The legs, the hips, tummy, the back, the chest, shoulder, arms. Bring a deep breath into your body. And exhale with an open mouth, even making a noise. Another deep breath into your body. And exhale through an open mouth. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands down. Now grab your cuppa. So notice how your body feels as you're sitting with me in this moment. And then have a wee think. Which thing did you do, which shape or which movement or which gesture surprised you? Maybe it was more work than you thought. Maybe it made you feel better than you thought it would. Pick one. See if you can remember to do that one before you go to bed. So for our next installment of Cuppa Yoga, right now it's 12:17 in New York. If you join me in the morning, maybe have a cup of tea or coffee. If you join me at lunchtime, maybe you're drinking water or orange juice or a soda. If you join me in the evening, well, use your imagination. Have a wonderful day.